Now we're talking. Go ahead. All right.
Would you, Mom?
Would you pass the sugar?
So anyway,
Thank you.
I'm really worried about this because I hear that they're placing much more emphasis on the essays at law schools these days.
I'm sorry to interrupt you again. Could you pass the cream? Thank you. Well, this was,
Good as the one you had last night?
much better, in fact. Last night's dinner was not very good at all. In fact, this was so great, I'd like to do all the dishes. How about that?
Oh, Elvin, you don't have to do
I know I insist.
Mom, can we go and talk in the living room? It's a little noisy in here. If you like.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Why don't you ladies just go in there and chat a bit? Dad, Sandra has not spoken to me or even looked at me since last night.
Well, I heard what you did last night.
Dad, I didn't really do anything wrong. I mean, I came in a little late, but I called her. I called her from the restaurant. She said, stay and enjoy yourselves.
Two women.
Dad, when Sandra told me that she couldn't go to dinner with us, I told her that I would stay home. And she said, I remember exactly. She said, I think you should go and have a good time. Then I told her again I'd stay home. And she said, go. 3 times, Dad, we did this. And finally I said, okay, I'll go. And I went.
Two women. You know, you are a very intelligent man, but you are dumb.
What do you mean, dumb?
2 women, man. Do you think that Sandra wanted you to go?
Dad, she said to go.
It doesn't make any difference if she says go. If your wife says go, you should know that she meant no. That's your job.
What's my job?
Your job is to know that when your wife says yes, she means no.
Dad, to do that, I have to be psychic. It's impossible. I mean, how am I really supposed to know whether she means yes or no?
Let me put it to you this way. Let's say that 3 weeks, a year from now, a female that you used to just sit and have coffee with calls up and says, how about dinner? Your wife says, I'm busy, but darling, you go. What are you going to do?
I'm going to be very psychic.
So at 10 o'clock, I had to stop working on my essay, get dressed, bundle up the twins, drive over here, drop off Rudy and Vanessa, and then drive back. And then I spent another half hour trying to get the babies to go back to sleep when he had promised that he would be home by 9:30.
Sandra, someday you're going to make a wonderful attorney.
Why is that?
Because you just summed up a case against Elvin that is so airtight. Not only would the jury convict him, they'd lock him up for good.
Well, I'm glad you agree.
I didn't say I agreed. See, I think you're just as much to blame as Elvin, probably even more.
What? Sit down.
Now, when Elvin suggested that he stay home with you and not go to dinner with Iris, you told him to go.
That's right.
So were you annoyed at all that he was going to dinner with 2 women?
No.
This is me you're talking to. You think about this. Did it bother you at all that he was going to dinner with 2 women?
Okay, maybe a little.
But you insisted that he go.
Well, yes, Mom, because I thought that he was going to insist harder that he stay.
You told him to go.
Yes,
You
but-
were not honest with him, and you were not honest with yourself. So when he came home late, you went from being bothered to angry. And when he brought those 2 women in the house and you looked at them, you went from being angry to furious. Now, I would suggest in the future, you're going to go around declaring war on your husband, you better take a little stock in yourself, young lady, and see what part you had in starting that war.
Well, maybe I should go in there and help him wash dishes.
Sit down. Don't forget the man was late. And the women were attractive.
And I forgot to tell you, he paid for their dinner also.
Oh, we'll make him wash the pots for that, too.